For a long time, I've walked these streets thinking about what type of vlogging series I should make. Should I talk about society? Should I talk about philosophy? Should I talk about the economy? Should I talk about even politics? I've walked around many days, and I've decided to make a vlogging series about desert style drinks like the type at Dairy Queen or Bubble Waffle Cafe, and some delicious type desserts. I'm actually curious what type of drinks is the most popular, really. The ice cream kind of drinks with the whipped cream, maybe some Oreo cookies, some chocolate, or the tea style drinks with the with like lemon, like barley. Like personally, I've never tried barley. I'm not sure how that would go, but I have heard that it is actually, people actually do drink that. So for this vlog, I will be taking you around Vancouver. So known as Raincouver, the city under the clouds. As you see, it's cloudy right now. Actually, on my first time I went out with this vlogging camera, it was raining. So it's actually raining probably around the 3rd time in Vancouver. Way too many times I went out just to go clubbing. It's usually go clubbing like twice a week. So just way too many times it's just raining. Although, let's stop me. Rain or shine, I'm out there. I don't mind getting a little wet. So this is just taking around, walking around downtown. Take it down to Granville Strip. Since I was born in Vancouver, growing up, I never really fully appreciated, I think, the city as I do now, as going to other places. You realize how diverse the city is, how actually it has a pretty good climate, and of course Vancouver has a beach, which is nice. Every year I always crash at the beach at least once. Oh, for some reason last year I did not. It's kind of weird. It's like the cold from winter never quite left me. most expensive Starbucks in Vancouver, Starbucks Reserve. Costs so much for coffee. It's like $10. Alright, we have the central of Granville Street. Nordstrom over here. To be honest, spent a decent amount of time in Nordstrom. Just chill around there. So if I say I'm at a store in Vancouver, I'll leave Nordstrom. So they have a SkyTrain line down here. Well, the SkyTrain line in Vancouver is basically like literally a straight line, and it doesn't go down to where I live in the suburbs in Surrey. Even though sure you could use SkyTrain, but no, they just keep around Vancouver. So it would be nice, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we got Nordstrom, let's pop in. actually have a bar in here. It's pretty nice. Yeah, like it's just so cool having a bar in a store. I remember I came here. I think about 2 years ago. Then a woman came right in front of me and said, "Wait till he goes on vacation." So then they have all the main stores here, like Balenciaga, Gucci, Burberry, Christian Louboutin. LV. Yeah, so it actually goes to a mall, actually. The mall in Vancouver is actually pretty big. I won't say it's as big as the malls in Asia. Like those are colossal, like unbelievable. Like I get lost in there. It's actually an issue.
These days are gonna
Like for example, of course you got the winter jacket stores. Got Cafe Crepe. It's delicious. So unfortunately this nightclub venue closed down. A lot of nightclubs closed down over the quarantine. Also, for some reason, the nightclubs in Vancouver close at 2:30 p.m., which is pretty ridiculous compared to Asia, where they just keep going basically until sunrise. And then SkyTrains freaking close at like 2:30 p.m. So then you have to like use like pretty expensive parkades, which parking isn't cheap, right? Like I drive around the city many weekends and have to pay for parking, and parking's not cheap. And also there's a section of Vancouver called Richmond. It's basically kind of like Asian area, and they have the Richmond night market over there. And the night market closes at 11 p.m. when it's called a night market, like it has night in its name. Why is it closing at 11 p.m.? Like that's when I usually get downtown to like go to clubs. Like that's like That's so early. Compared to places like in Taiwan that keep it going until like all day, they're they would find it quite crazy if they came to Vancouver and then trying to get in at 11 p.m. So what I want to do is to make vlogs for you guys. Personally, I have a hard time taking pictures now. Like when I look at my Instagram, I just keep scrolling through my Instagram and just keep scrolling, 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 scrolling. And scrolling pretty fast. And then I might see a picture that's like from like 4 years ago that I kind of forgot that I took. So what I want to do, so I'll still keep taking pictures. I love pictures, they're awesome. Although what I want to do really is to give you a glimpse into my life and see some of what I see, hear some of what I hear. Because even if I just walked around the city and said nothing at all, you might still learn something.
That's awkward. I just hear the noise. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's just like you have double the chance of being meeting people that day. No, because my friend, also her dad, like she's also Russian, and her dad's name is also Alex.
Oh god.
So she was talking about how like this guy she was like interested in. His name was Alex, but they didn't realize.
Yeah, I
was
remember.
like later. His name is. I never watched. I can't see Wi-Fi. Like it's really. I just watched.
Oh, okay. Season 1. It would be more fun. Like, you go to
So let me take down Robson Street. So as I walk down these streets, you'll see that probably around a third of these restaurants are sushi restaurants. So it's not so great if you're from Japan and had sushi your whole life and want to try something different. So in those cases, sometimes it can be difficult to find Western restaurants.
Yeah. Okay.
I sure want a jackass.
Alright, need to pop into this Japanese store, pop some candies off. I remember I went through quite a while where I was just popping like a candy every morning. It's like these Japanese candies, so good. Oh yeah, here we go. man, haichu. Oh yeah. Like these are like food to me. I could definitely survive off these haichus. Check it out. So I'm pretty much going to be only eating haichus for like a week. So they have the grape gummy. They have the what else? Okay. Oh yeah, so some of these yogurt flavors are actually pretty good. Oh yeah, they have of course they have the Hello Kitty strawberry marshmallow. I don't know guys, like sometimes like my friends say that I have to stop eating these stuff. Like especially the fancier candies that just cut it out. But I don't know. Like I'm a person who would say, you know what? Like why can't I, right? Why can't I pop some of these every day? And just like go around and just eat all these candies. And they also have the tuna wraps here. I'd say these are the most convenient things. You can only buy these in like a Japanese store in Vancouver. Like they should be everywhere. Like I have these almost like every day. In Asia. I'm always with these, honestly.
Give a receipt or give money.
What's going on?
Do you need a bag?
No thanks.
It's gonna be $4.95.
Visa.
Here you go. All good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is the camera so close to your face? Use a zoom. Yeah, like sometimes I see these people's posts on Instagram and like the wind kind of shifts the camera over, so you see their videography team of like 7 or so people, like just like looking around, look at the sky, and then like only like maybe 2 people are actually doing anything. For me, I don't have a videography crew. Basically, it's just me, myself, and I. Almost my whole life. If I could, I would get an entourage going. It would be nice. Then you wouldn't have to see these crazy zoomed in footage of me and like see all my acne and everything. Sometimes when I'm taking pictures outside, some kids come up to me and ask, "Yo, are you famous?" And I tell them, "Yeah, insanely famous." So no pressure, although if I visit your store or restaurant and leave a good review, then you may or may not have millions of visitors after. Okay, so I gotta make a bubble tea run. My bubble tea levels are getting dangerously low during quarantine. Most of the time I would go out was just to get bubble tea. You gotta get it, right? You gotta have it. I actually wonder what would happen if I just stopped drinking bubble tea. That's one of the things that concern me. That and tripping over random things. Let's pop in, get the boba over here. Okay, so check out the menu. Hey. Okay. Oh no, guys. I think I'll go for the Okay, one sec. Oh. Okay. Can you get the chocolate dream? With the pearls?
It's a slushy.
Okay,
It's a
that's
chocolate slushy.
okay, that's nice, sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to change the sugar first?
Sugar level? Okay. I'll go for extra.
Extra sugar? Is that everything?
Yes, please.
7?
Can do these up. Thank you. Yeah, like honestly, I would come around daily if place like really good bubble tea. I notice that sometimes they have like the plastic straws. It's like, or the not plastic. It's like kind of like paper straws. Yeah, paper straws. Oh, impossible. Like you can't even poke. You can't even poke it, right? And then you have to take out your keys or something. And like try to make a hole so you can poke through it. And then like maybe you're drinking it, and then like it's probably half the time it breaks. And then after a few hours, it gets like so soggy that you can't drink out of it, right? Like that's like basically like all the bubble tea stores in Surrey. They all have paper straws. Got the chocolate dream. Thank you. Yeah, like I'm a fan of these chocolate flavors, honestly. Like Oreo is my main, and then on the side, I might dabble in some like Hershey's. Okay, so let me give my veteran chocolate tea expert connoisseur opinion. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, we saw him like after a couple of years.
times, I heard him say, his story of sacrifice. You know what it's like to have to skip carbs every day? Sometimes I look at the menu and I see they have yogurt drinks and I'm craving for some yogurt drinks. Instead, I buy the fruity smoothies because I notice I'm getting a bit chubby. Right? I need to stop my carbs and my alcohol intake. It's not easy. Sometimes I go for weeks or even months without drinking any alcohol. And then I go to the pubs completely sober and just standing there for 6 hours straight. You know what that's like? Obviously I would like to have a few drinks. And you're telling me his story is a story of sacrifice? It's not easy.
ZFS. There's quite a long list of them.
No shade.
I could give you a video of all the different places in the city. Although at some point I would have visited every beach and walked on every garden. I will be leaving the city this summer and going overseas, which is an idea I had 3 years ago in the summer of 2020. A long time before anyone was even close to having the thought. I want to give you this first vlog so you get to be beside me and see as the plane's wheels take off from the ground and the plane takes the sky. And you will see the birds as they fly beside the window. And you will see everything below looks smaller as the plane ascends. And if they look up, then I will be hidden behind the clouds. I had thoughts of going on vacation when I turned 50 a few years ago. Meet me in 20 years is what I would think. And then I thought it was too sad. Forget it. It wasn't easy for me. I thought about all the places I would be going. They say, oh, he's going on vacation when he turns 50. Oh, he looks like he's 130. Do I look like 130? Or do I look like frickin' 32? It will be 5 years since my last vacation. Although 2 of those years were in the pandemic. And last year was my choice. I don't mind waiting a few more months. I am patient. Although I still think about the trip I missed when I was 29 on the SkyTrain. I might think about it when I'm walking around town. I might think about it as well. And I hate to say it, although it was a small sacrifice for me, for something greater. And I thought 33 was a good time to go. It has a nice ring to it. Sometimes I wonder what I'll be doing on the day of that 5th year. I may just be on a beach drinking some coconuts. I may also do a live on that 5th year. YouTube description, as well as my Twitter account, which would allow me to create more vlogs. As there's only 52 weeks a year, and at the end of the year, I will take some time off, and each of these weekends, probably around a day, probably be running some errands. So each of these vlogs take possibly a few days to capture, as well as a few days to edit. So I can only make so many of these a year. So I had the idea to post cryptocurrency wallets on my accounts, I think around 2 summers ago. I kind of forget when, because it was between 2 photo shoots I was doing, so I wasn't really thinking about it too much. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, this has already been an idea. Yeah, I know. It was only after I thought about it that I started hearing about it. It was that same weekend or the weekend after I started hearing about that idea, and even heard about it hundreds of times afterwards. Surprise, surprise. Even read about it, black and white. And then I started researching about it, and then it goes, oh, you shouldn't have talked about it. Like, oh, here we go. It's classic. Honestly, I have enough that it would be fine for a few years. With long bougie vacations, 3 months each. So I don't really have to ask, although I want to ask, because I want to see how much try-harding there'll be, how much hypocrisy there'll be. I have heard lots of crying. I don't know if I will hear crying on these trips, but if I do, I'll have a big smile on my face. And it was such a winning thought. I hear so much jealous crying. I say, oh, it's too good. He's going on vacation. The truth is, that was my life before. Just do it more often now. So I don't know the reason why you want to support me. I don't think it's unthinkable. I won't give you a bad deal. Perhaps you had seen something and thought there's something wrong in this world. Perhaps the reason is more selfish. Although, I will say, that what I have to say may never be heard by humanity again. So, what you are supporting me with, you will see more and you will hear more. the penny's been dropped a long time ago. Although I want to see what would happen. Sometimes I get letters from UBC, which is the university I went to. And in these letters, they talk about the different research projects they're doing. And as I'm reading through these, some of these projects are like determining the species of tree from like what shade of color it is and how many millions of dollars have been invested into that. So that's good cause. Of course, investors want to see it, they invest in it. All I'm saying is projects like this will be around after I'm gone. Although while I'm still here, you have an ability that you won't have when I'm not here. Personally, I don't think money is anything special. More is printed every day. I don't even need that much, actually. After around a few $1 million, I stopped caring. Because there's so much economic disparity in the world that I could get away with a bougie vacation every single day for months on end for 10 years straight for only like $1 million. So after $4 million, I will take off the crypto links. Just to give you some perspective, a house in Vancouver costs like over $2 million. So I could ask for more, although I just find it kind of hilarious how far $4 million goes. And that $4 million includes possibly hiring a videography crew for a few days. As well as, of course, I need to eat decently healthy. So just because of taxes, I will take off my crypto links at $8 million. What I do